Hi, good morning, everyone. Let me admit everyone. Hi, good morning, everyone. Hello.
你好，
黄老师好。黄老师，我把您设一下。
大家戴耳机呀，耳机。嗨，你好。
嗨，你们好，早上好。
稍等一下，有一个同学有问题。
好的。
洛人，你怎么了？洛人。哦，好的。你好，怎么称呼您？
我姓高，高老师。
高老师，高老师你好。
好，我把我的名字改一下。然后黄老师，我把您设作我们的 co-host， 这样如果有同学要进来的话，麻烦您可以帮我 admit 他们一下，好吗？
好的，好的，好的，没问题。
好，我把我的名字改一下，大家也可以看到我。
我们那个教室得戴口罩，所以不好意思了。
所以你们现在是所有人都在教室吗？
对，他其实都在教室，但是我要求他们每个人开了 Zoom。
OK， 这样，好的。
他们现在是中文2年级的学生。中文2年级，但是他们有的学生水平特别好了，就是大概4、5年级也没有什么问题了，所以，对他们就非常感谢，因为我们最高只有2年级，所以只有这个机会能够介绍他们 AP Chinese 这样。
对，理解，没关系。我今天的presentation 应该还是会用英文去讲，这样可能就说的比较清楚一点。然后大家如果有问题，后面我们用中文或英文交流都可以。
好的。
然后有可能大家要戴上耳机会效果好一点，不然的话回声会比较大。
好，我跟他们说啊，耳机，戴耳机，耳机。This isn't working. Not working. We have some other choice for you. Come here. Are you doing the audio yet? So yeah, some of the headphones really have the problem. Hakolo, do you need?
Welcome everyone. I hope you're enjoying your in-person learning in school in your new school year. At least you'll get to do some in-person learning, which is very nice because I'm in Washington State and in-person learning is not in place yet. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying your time in the new school year. And my name is Yingying Gao. I'm the AP Director of Mandarin Playground. So today, my presentation is going to include 2 parts. The first part, I'm going to give you some information about AP Chinese and our courses on AP Chinese. And then I'm going to leave 5 to 10 minutes for for a Q&A session if you have any questions for me. So the first part in the first part, I will talk about who are we, what is AP Chinese, and what are Mandarin Playground's AP courses like. The first question is, who are we? I'm going to just briefly introduce our background. So as you can probably tell from the logo, our English name is Mandarin Playground. And can anybody read the name in Chinese? 新月汉语. Yeah, that's our Chinese name, 新月. So Mandarin Playground is founded by Harvard graduates, and and we offer Chinese learning programs for students who may or may not speak Chinese at home. We have offices in Seattle and Shanghai in China, and we're now currently serving students globally for over 10 countries in the globe. That includes some students in the U.S., Canada, and some countries in Europe. And we have a overall curriculum designed for beginners as early as 3 years old by introducing them to the Chinese pictographs, which is an easy access for the younger students. And apparently you guys are mature enough to already reach the end of our curriculum, which is in the green part, the AP Chinese Language and Culture. So I'm going to talk about what is AP Chinese. So before we talk about AP Chinese, I'm going to briefly introduce what is AP. The College Board Advanced Placement Program enables students to take university-level courses and exams while they are still in secondary school. Universities worldwide recognize AP in admissions and some grant credit. Most universities in the US and Canada award credit for advanced coursework taken in high school, allowing students to skip introductory courses in a given subject and thereby save time and money. So taking AP courses demonstrates to college admission officers that students have sought the most rigorous curriculum available to them. And research indicates that students who score a 3 or a higher on an AP exam typically experience greater academic success in college. AP courses and exams are designed by secondary teachers and university professors to match the rigor of university courses and exams. And because of this, a student's score on an AP exam gives universities a globally recognized validation of the student's mastery in a given subject of the university level content. And here's another quick fact. There are 38 AP courses in 7 subject areas available on the AP Ledger. So AP Chinese is only one of the dozens of AP courses available provided by the College Board Advanced Placement Program. So I'm going to briefly talk about what is AP Chinese Language and Culture course. This course in Mandarin Chinese is designed for qualified and interested students who want to further develop their abilities of using Chinese language and their understanding of the Chinese culture. It emphasizes massively on communication, which includes understanding and being understood by others in real life situation. So this is very practical. And this includes vocabulary use, language control, communication strategies, which as you already may be aware of as you're in your Chinese 2 classes already, because the communication strategies between Chinese and English could be different. And also this course will address cultural awareness. So the AP Chinese Language and Culture course strives not to overemphasize on the grammatical accuracy at the expense of the communication. In other words, what you learn in this course will be of great practical use. So to best facilitate the study of language and culture, this course is taught almost exclusively in Chinese. And the AP Chinese Language and Culture course is designed to be comparable to 4th semester or the equivalent of college or university courses and exams in Mandarin Chinese, which is why if you pass this exam at a certain score, it will allow you to skip the equivalent course once you get into college in the Mandarin Chinese class. So most colleges and universities in the US or Canada who grant credit for AP exams, AP students who score higher than 3 or sometimes 3, 4, or 5. And there are no prerequisite courses for this course. So to provide context and content for students to develop their skills, the College Board has designed the course with a thematic approach. There are 6 suggested course themes. The first one is families and communities, where topics like family structures or social customs or cultural holidays will be discussed, because this, again, would be very different from in the Chinese culture and the Western culture. And the second theme is personal and public identities, where, for example, students will learn about national figures, historic figures, the gender roles in different cultures, different societies. And the third one is beauty and aesthetics, which is more obvious. We will talk about architecture, like literature or art, Chinese calligraphy. And then the fourth theme will be science and technology. So we will talk about technology and, for example, access to technology in different districts in the country and innovation. And then the next one is contemporary life, where is also obvious. For example, you will talk about education, sports, and pop culture. And the last one will be global challenge. and where you will try to understand, comprehend, and discuss in Chinese the topics of environmental issues, economic trend, or global trade. So at the basically, as you can see, it covers most of the common topics in our lives. And by taking this course, students will have the opportunity to comprehend, to learn to comprehend and discuss these topics by using Mandarin Chinese and their knowledge in the Chinese culture. And there are more, the College Board also suggested more context under these six core themes, which you can see there are some bullets under each theme. So the exam, how do we take part of this exam? Once you finish this AP course, you will be able to take the exam and get the score, which will help you to get into college. So the registration is in the fall every year, and administration of the test, of the exam, is in May of the following year. And the AP score is also a weighted combination of a student's scores on the free response and multiple choice sections of the exam. AP scores are standardized measures of mastery, which you can see it's scored on a scale of 1 to 5, and which is relevant to, which is equivalent to the college grade A, 5 being equivalent to A, and so on and so forth. So as mentioned earlier, once you scored, usually, or in most cases, students who score 3 and above will be, their AP scores will be accepted by many colleges in the US and Canada. And of course, it also depends on which college you're applying to. Say if you're applying for Harvard, they may only recognize your AP score when you score 5. So it's also different from college to college. But these information, everybody has the access to these information on the AP Ledger website. So on the AP exam, it's probably very novel to you, but so we're just going to briefly talk about what it's like. So overall, it can be divided into two sections. The first section is multiple choice, and the second section is free response. And in the multiple choice sections, you will be tested on listening and reading, which is compared to the second part is easier. And we will practice doing this in our AP courses. And the second section where written and spoken will be tested, there will also be 2 modules. So the first module is always interpersonal in both sections. So section 2A is free response in written. It involves an interpersonal writing, which requires students to read and answer an email message. The second section 2B, which is free response spoken, expects students to respond to a series of thematically linked questions as part of a simulated conversation, which means you will talk to the computer and you will be given 6 questions, and they could either be what is your, for example, when they talk about the thematic of this series of questions is, what is your name? Then it will talk about who gave you this name? Why do you think your parents gave you this name? And what do you like about this name or not? So this is just an example of a series of thematically linked questions of the interpersonal speaking section. And in section 2A, which is free response in written, you are expected to do a presentational writing where you will be given a series of pictures, like 3 to 4 pictures that tells a story, and you're expected to narrate a story using Chinese suggested by this series of pictures. And the hardest part usually found by most students is the section 2B in presentational speaking, where you are expected to deliver a presentation on a given aspect. Usually the question composes of 2 parts, like tell us something about what you know about a Chinese holiday and its significance. So there are always two components of this question. So this really needs students to stop, to seek through your, to dive into your knowledge of the Chinese language and culture. And you will need to use your own words to explain why this cultural practice or this Chinese project is significant in its own way, in its own right. So this is the brief introduction of the AP exam. We will talk more about it in our AP courses. And so the last part, I'm going to briefly talk about what is our course like. The Mandarin Playground's AP Chinese course is designed by College Board Advisor, who used to work for AP Chinese Cultural and Language Exam Development Committee. And our course is accredited by the College Board, which means we know how the exam works and we know how to best facilitate, how to assist our students most effectively in achieving that goal. And we have a very rigorous curriculum that reflects the core skills to be measured by the exam. And under the overarching structure, below is our fabulous faculty, because we have teachers who have over 10 years of teaching AP Chinese language and culture. And we have been coaching AP students from schools in the United States and Canada since 2010. And all of our students who took this course have scored 4 and a plus in their AP exams. And our courses are tailored to individual students' need on the basis of either one-to-one live sessions, or we also offer small groups lessons as well. And another feature is we use a lot of authentic test items in the class, in the course, which helps students to familiarize with the exam. And our goal is for every student to score 4 and above. So in our course, where you can see is composed of 4 years. Of course, you have taken your classes in your school from Chinese for the first and second years. And from then on, you will be able to join us from the intermediate low level, which is Chinese 3. And then after that will be the AP class, which is essentially the test prep. So we call it the Chinese 1, 2, 3, we call it pre-AP, and then the AP is for test prep. So that's 4 years of curriculum. And each year it takes about 100 hours, but it differentiates. It depends on the student's needs, and we could always tailor that to the student's need. And the textbook we use is Integrated Chinese. Is that also the book you've been using in your class?
Yes, we do. Great. Actually.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yes.
But this year we changed the digital textbooks. We changed to the Discovering Chinese by the Better Chinese company. But we used that textbook before, yes.
Great, yes. So it will be a seamless transfer, but regardless of what textbook you use, actually the College Board doesn't recommend any specific textbook. So what they really suggest, or what they really design very specifically, is the 6 themes, and you need to cover all that themes in your courses in order to prep you for that test, for that exam. So any textbook will be is fine. It's just we need to use a lot of supplementary materials for that, to that effect. And in our course, usually there will be 3 parts. So the first part is the textbook, which will be mostly based on the integrated Chinese, and there will be 10 sessions per unit. What I want to stress here is we use AP Classroom for our homework. And so on AP Classroom, it's an official website provided by the College Board where there are authentic test items from the previous histories. So that means if you want to practice, say, the presentational skills or the presentational writing or the email responses, you will be able to see the authentic materials in the past, what has been tested in the past. So these will be used as exercises for the homework. And the second part is supplementary materials. We will employ a lot of authentic materials, because in the test itself, in the exam itself, as we mentioned earlier, the communication in real life situations is very much stressed here, because the AP course wants the students to really know how to use the language in real life situation, instead of just doing it on a paper and not knowing how to really use it in our daily life. So very many authentic materials will be from the newspaper, magazines, or audio, video files will be used in our class too. And the third part is, as always, as in your class, there will be mock tests. This will take place every other unit, and the test-taking skills will help strengthen the candidate's self-confidence, and also will also get you familiarized with this rhythm of the test. All right, so that's basically my brief presentation for this course and for this class, for this exam. And you're welcome to contact us for a free trial class always. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer that now.
Do you have any questions?
Is it an online course or in person?
Yes, it's online. Yeah, it's an online course. So usually our classroom setting is one student, one-on-one, or a small group, like 2 to 4 students. Either way, if you can find a studying buddy, learning buddy with you, that would be super, because the peer study effect is very good, especially when you're in learning a language. It creates a real life situation. You can get to do the conversation in the class. Thank you for that question.
Great. Any other questions?
So would we take this class at the high school as one of our periods?
Oh.
Or is this like an extra class?
Yes.
That we take outside of school?
Yes, it will be like an extra class.
Okay.
Yes, so if you finish, say, your Chinese 2 in your high school and you want to advance your language skills and you advance in that subject, you can take this course, but it will not be in your integrated in your integrated in your high school curriculum. It will be outside of class, outside of school.
Any other questions? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, for having me here and for your time.
Okay, 谢谢高老师，谢谢您。好。
谢谢黄老师. So if you have any questions, you can always shoot an email to me, or Mrs. Huang has our information. She will share it with you.
对，好的，好，那没有问题的话，我们就结束吧，好吗？好的，好的，那就我们说再见，好吗？好，
再见，
好，那就谢谢您，谢谢您，
再见，
再见。